Welcome back to this evening's match between Long Island and IPFW. This evening's IPFW men's volleyball match on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by Chestnut Group Inc., and by Farm Bureau Insurance. And now to the house announcer for the starting lineups.
Number 1, Chad Luckenbach. Number 3, Pete Wells. Number 6, Matt Schwartz. Number 8, Mike Wells. Number 11, Kyle Robinson. And number 13, Kevin Nelms. The Colonials are coached by Scott Gleason and assisted by Kevin DeLaurier. And now the starters for IPFW Mastodons. Number 5, Captain Ricardo Soler. Number 7, Ryan Perrott. Number 10, Chris Gislin. Number 11, Mike Cummings. Number 12, Javier Escobar. And number 13, Hector Soto. The head coach for the Mastodons is Arnie Ball and assisted by Mark Franke, Lisa Horman, Roger Horman, and Dave Schmidlin.
And there you have our starting lineup for tonight's match, as our top official, Eric Beaumont, calls the captains and the teams in to shake hands. Our second official will be Tom Pingle. As we said, Colin, we're not really sure what we're going to see tonight. You never know with the Dons.
Yeah, they should be using this as a tune-up for tomorrow night's conference matchup. Being an East Coast team, we don't see the Long Island Colonials that often. It is only the second meeting ever between the two teams, so they really don't know too much about them.
Well, I believe Southampton is led by number 11, Kyle Robinson, who averages 6.17 kills a game and 2.13 digs per game. We'll have to see what tonight brings, but definitely keep an eye on him. He'll be starting left front. Looks like he'll be playing middle for Southampton. As we're just about ready to start our first serve, Eric Beaumont signals the service. Ball is in. Nice shot down the line, but an even better pass. Ball's blocked. Single block. Put down by Southampton.
Not a very good start by the Dons.
Yeah, Javi usually likes to get into the swing of things with a good shot right off the bat. We'll see how he rebounds. Deep serve handled well by Ricky Soler. Javi again this time through the block and down. No problem there. He's not phased.
Oh, he came right back. Going to take advantage of that 6'2" blocker out there.
Ricky tries for the jump spinner this time. Touches the net, side out to the Colonels. Should note that at this point IPFW ranked 8th in the nation with a 6-1 record. Hector with a beautiful pass on target. Green set. Fires over here to the TV crew as Allegra Stetzel ducks for cover.
That's a unique play. We haven't seen that too much from the Dons this year. Setting the green set to the middle blocker.
Well, ever since they saw that, and that's a kill, ball hit the net, not Javi. That's why the net's bouncing and there's no net call. But ever since Loyola played us with that, and they just did that quick back set, I think the Dons have kind of picked up that and put that into their repertoire.
We struggled against it defensively, so we're going to use it.
There he is, the big guy. He's set low. That ball's set right to his face, but he handles it, tips the ball, goes around the blocks, tells his setter next time, please set it above the net. That ball's over, almost an overpass kill. Barely handled, causes a free ball on target. There's the X option, it's down. Javier Escobar.
Great job of taking advantage of the free ball by the Dons. Great pass by Mike Cummings, sets up the offense to run like it's supposed to.
And Javi whips up his jumper, fires it down the middle. That ball's set outside with a roll shot, and look what I found. That is the campfire defense.
Everybody circled around it, and nobody went for it.
Any one of the four Dons could have handled that one. Decided not to. There's a wild jumper, side spinner out of bounds.
Looks like the Colonials have a rather short lineup, so that when Robinson goes to the back row, they're going to have to take advantage of it.
And Hector had a weak effort there on the serve. I don't know if its hair color is disturbing the serve gods or not. We'll have to see how that goes. He tips that ball. We have a net violation by number 8. Wells for Southampton.
Yeah, this is the first match that Hector's really had a chance to play in the last couple weeks as he's been down with the flu.
A lot of the Dons have really been fighting that bug this year. I think they're all healthy now, and that's no time like now, like the present, to get it done because they got Ball State coming up tomorrow night, and we all know what kind of war that's going to be. In any event, we have a nice middle set by Southampton. Great save, just not enough by Gislin.
Great hustle by Chris. Tough dig by Hector. Ball was a little high on him. Got to learn to get his hands up and get out of the way.
And both teams seem to be using the jumper at this point. There's another 31 right back at you. Mike Cummings with a kill.
That's a good option to see because we sure didn't see it last Friday night against Mercyhurst.
Yeah, it was kind of weak offensive effort, I thought, Colin. Anyway, there comes the star server for the Dons, Chris Gislin, who's had numerous aces with his serve. There's a long tip handled well by the Dons. The green set, that ball never made it over the net. Javi, I think, was a little late on that approach. That was a pretty good set with no blocker.
That was right there. Blocker was late getting there. Javi just couldn't get the ball over.
There's an easy tap down for the Colonels. 2-2 our score here. Throwing jabs each team. No knockout punches as of yet. Down the line, great serve, takes the Dons out of their offense. One option, that's outside. Javi makes the most of it down the line. Coming back the other way, that's off the block. There goes Parat with one of his spectacular defensive options. That's off the block, gets handled, and we have a free ball. That'll give the Dons a chance to run their offense. They do, it's up, it's out of here.
Great hustle by both teams. Getting the ball up, taking swings, chasing the ball down. Excellent job by both teams of keeping the ball alive until the Dons finally put it away.
Well, let's see what kind of jumper Ricky has for us this time. He goes for the jump floater. It's handled easily. There's a nice back set. Easy kill.
And you can see right there why he's the leader of the team. Robinson put that back set down with authority.
Oh, he's up there. He's approaching Hector, although I've never seen anybody do what Hector can do as far as jumping ability. And there we see it way over Robinson, and that's not easy to do, to go over Robinson.
Going to be a matchup of some big leapers right here tonight.
The red hair, the fire hair of Hector Soto. Nice back set, that's the smart option. Go against the grain of the pass. Does it again. Tries to make too much of it, cuts it down the line and out.
Nice job by Hector of not reaching out on that block. The hitter was trying to tool him. He did not reach out.
Hector's hitting it at an amazing 39%. That's like hitting 390. Baseball average, I'd say that's pretty good. Easily over 6 kills a game. That's major. You figure you want your top players to hit about 5 kills per game, so.
Nice middle set to Ryan Parat for the kill.
And that's
again,
good to see.
Yes, we did not see that very much last weekend.
Great set by the setter on a tough pass. He handles it. Outside again, no approach this time. It cost him. No approach, and that means no real quality attack involved. Hit the net out of bounds. Point Dons 4-2 is the score. Javi with a jump spinner. Handled, but not well. He is back. No, he's front row hitter, so he's okay with that one. I thought he might have been coming out of the back row. He had a foot over the line. Didn't matter. Another kill for Robinson.
He started his approach awful deep, but the referees waited to make sure.
And there's his version of the jump floater. Out to Hector down the line. Big play, it's still in bounds. That ball is still in bounds. Falls into the bench, though, harmlessly.
Hector's getting fired up.
Good to see, as he was, like to say, not in the best of physical shape these last weeks. There's a misset by the
He came in
setter.
for a few plays last weekend, but Arnie said it was just so he could break a sweat and get used to playing again.
There comes the offense. They're doing a lot of weak side offense, it looks like, but we're loading up on it with the block.
Our middles are reading the center pretty well right now. Got out there for a good double block.
Here comes our first time out of the game as head coach Scott Gleason for the Colonels calls his first time out. And the College Cable Access Program Guide provides information about our programming, including IPFW Sports telecasts. To receive your free Channel 6 program guide, send your name and address and zip code to Channel 6 at IPFW, 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana, 46805, or call us at 481-6000. Email us at channel6@ipfw.edu. We have the Harris Elementary cheerleaders on the floor for the Dons tonight, putting forth their best efforts. Dons up 6-2 as we resume play here shortly.
Dons are showing a little bit better intensity this week. They took Mercyhurst a little too lightly last week, and it cost them having to go 5 games.
Hector with a beautiful serve down the line. Handled well, however. There's that 31 option, and Hector was moving backwards instead of stationary. That's why it made it look like he couldn't get that ball. Had he held his ground, I think he would have had a shot at that tip.
It was right to where his base defense is supposed to be.
And here we go with a nice pass. There's that green option again. That ball's in play, however. And here we go with a tip. Hector gets this one. Nice set outside. Ricky with a big swing. It's up, it's up, it's in, it's in, it's out of bounds. Looks good off the pancake.
Great play by Hector of reading that dump and keeping the ball alive. You got to realize when that setter's in the front row right here.
And that ball is passed well. Here comes Hector out of the back row. He smokes it off the block out of bounds. Toolage.
They got to take advantage of the short blocker out there. Chad Luckenbach is only a 6'1" front row player.
Might be looking to serve to him. They do. He handles it well, however. He gets the ball outside. That ball's down. Chris Gislin's got to know with one blocker up and late middle, he's got to take away that cross-court area.
Got to dive back in. Scott Cummings was a little late getting out there.
And he whips up his jumper. It's passed well, however, it's out to Ricky. Ricky tries for too much of an angle into the net point. For the Colonels, it's 6-4 in favor of the Dons at this point.
Colonials are playing pretty steady ball right now. See if the Dons can turn it around.
Oh, there's a sneaky type of serve. It looks like a big jumper, but he takes something off it, going for a short serve, trying to catch the Dons off guard. It just hits the net. Side out for the Dons.
Here we go with Chris Gislin. Didn't like his first toss, so he gets another chance to do it.
Side out for the Colonels.
Pretty good dunk shot right there. Went for the back one and kind of caught it and threw it down, but...
There's a nice crossing play by Ricky Soler. I think that's going to work tonight, Colin.
Yeah. Some of these blockers have to jump and commit on that fake in the middle. And if we establish that middle early, all the combinations are going to...
Oh, there's a big block on the big man, Robinson. Mike Cummings closed that.
Good penetration on that block. Got his hands over well. The ball went straight down.
I'm thinking if I'm Arnie Ball, I might be looking at putting an automatic double block on Robinson no matter where he goes and giving up a single block everywhere else.
Yeah, after this first game, Coach Franke will have their offense down. We'll see where they put their blockers.
There's a tight pass. That ball is set over and out of bounds. He's a back row setter anyway, so it would have been a violation even if it was inbounds. 7-5 to score. That's down the line with a nice serve, but handled well. It's out to, it's out to Hector. He comes through with the radical angle.
Great low set to the outside. Robinson was late getting out there.
That's one of those,
took advantage of that one-on-one block.
That's one of those things where the defense just doesn't see that kind of angle from other hitters. That's because he just gets up so high. Ricky out of the back row smokes one cross court. It's a kill, it's a point.
Yeah, we saw quite a bit of that last week from Ricky, so we know he can put it down from the back row.
There's another nice serve, taking them out of their offense. Robinson's not able to get set on that kind of thing. They get a roll shot, goes off the block, mishandled by the Dons, however.
Don's got to realize when that set is back off the net, they got to wait longer. They were up early on the block.
And there comes a pretty good pass. It's Ricky out of the back row this time. It's dug up, but it looks like it'll be a free ball for the Dons. It is. Here we go. Is the pass on target? It is. It's a middle shot. It's a miss hit. Handled well. And there's the tool, but Javi will have none of that. It becomes a joust ball on top of the net, and the Colonels win that one.
Javier did a great job of turning that first ball back in.
And that ball's out of bounds. Side out Dons. 8-6 our score here at the IPFW Mastodons.
See if the Dons can put something together here, build some momentum.
There we go with another nice serve. Ooh, he's down on that one, Robinson is.
Ryan Perrott committed a little early. Robinson did a good job of seeing what angle he was given.
And here comes his jumper. It's handled well by Hector. Back row to Javi. He turns one. It's out of bounds. That ball is out of bounds. Side out for the Dons. Hitting the rafters in the ceiling. And there's another nice deep serve by the Dons. That ball's going back row to Robinson. Kill Robinson.
Off the top of the block.
Might be a common theme here tonight.
We could see quite a bit of that.
There's the 6, and that ball's handled well, and that ball is blocked. It's down for the point, as Ricky had not many options.
Matt Schwartz is out there, 6'2" setter. You should normally take advantage of that, but he's blocking really well out there.
Here we go again. Javi with a beautiful pass on target. There's quick set. That's what we're talking about. As long as the Dons pass the ball perfectly like that, they should be okay.
And as long as we establish the middle, we're going to get some one-on-ones on the outside when we get those good passes.
And here we go. Serve down the line. It looked like it ticked the net. It didn't. And if you're wondering about that play, ball did hit the serve receiver twice, but it was only one attempt. And so that is a legal play nowadays. It used to be called a double. But the first ball over the net, if it's only one attempt at the ball, you can hit it as many times as you want. And then we're back in one-on-one down the line, and net on Chris Gislin that time.
Luckenbach's got a good cannon out there. He's taking advantage of what the block has given him, hitting the ball hard.
And that was the right block by Chris Gislin, taking away the cross court, making him hit line. Here we go, back row to Hector. That ball's over the block and over the defense and in. That's what kind of player Hector is.
Good to see Hector back and on fire.
Here we go with Chris Gislin's spinner. Whips one up. It's got that nice side spin. Makes it difficult. Could have been called a lift. Wasn't. That's not a good pass by the Dons. They got one option out to Ricky. He hits a nice shot off the block. Kept in play, however. Javi with the set outside. Ricky again tries to smoke it, but it's played up well. Javi tries to tip when he's way under the net. That'll be a violation.
I thought he was going to be able to come down and go along the net, but his momentum carried him under.
I think he was worried about the blocker more than he was worried about the center line, and that'll cost him a play. The Dons are still up 9-7 at this point. Nice pass. There's the middle. It's a marginal set. And they run into each other. Easy side out for the Dons.
The Dons are really trying to take advantage of the middle right now. They need to establish that early.
And we're off and running. That jump floater is just a tad outside. It was close.
Colonials have a pretty good serving streak going here. They really rifle the ball across.
There it is again. Another nice middle attack against Robinson that time. Really trying to work that middle in lieu of tomorrow night's important match. We need to have all guns firing. And there's a pipe set. It was kind of like a misplay, I think. Oh, the roll shot catches everybody on their heels.
They were all dug in back here. When Hector pulls that out, disguises it well. Everybody's dug in and they can't react and get it.
That's what you're going to have, a lot of that kind of thing, the way Hector has been hitting the ball lately. There's a nice play by the Colonels as they use Robinson as a decoy that time, getting a one-on-one on the weak side.
Hector's got to take that inside away.
And here we go with a beautiful pass. That's out. One-on-one. That's usually pretty good, but this time it's not. Shocker. Wells blocks one of the best attackers in the United States, one-on-one. Hector is probably pretty frustrated about that. He's going to get that ball again. This time he'll have none of it. Goes around a double block for the kill.
Takes the big angle that time. Got that ball sharp back across court. No chance for that blocker to get it that time.
Score is 10-8 right now. Don's just keeping that 2-point advantage the whole way through this game. There's a big high X play, and it is played up. Kind of a scramble right now. That ball is touched off the block. It's back outside to Hector. He's got to hit a shot through the block. He does. That ball is set outside. Through the block. Played up. Oh, they call a lift on that play, and I don't know about that call.
I don't know about that, but I think we were given one earlier, so that could make up for it.
I think they had a makeup call there. And that jumper's a tad outside, too.
Maybe the ball's telling the truth here. The old adage, the ball never lies. Maybe it wasn't a lift on that last play.
In other words, cheater's proof, huh? Do you want to play double cheater's proof, no crying if you lose? I don't think you do. Here we go, back to the action. That ball set back. Oh, it's tight though. It has to be tipped. Nice pass by the Dons. Here comes a marginal set by the Dons. They couldn't do anything but roll it over. There's a tight pipe set. It's blocked by Ryan Perrott. Beautiful block to score a point, 11-8. There's a 3-point lead for the Dons.
Big double block up there with Gislin and Perrott blocking the pipe set. Ryan reached right out into the angle and blocked it into the open court.
And there's that 31 again. Just don't seem to penetrate well on that set. Got to penetrate if you're going to block the ball.
They keep those hands up. Can't drop them down and try to jump.
And there's a pass to the 10-foot line. One option is going outside. That ball is long gone by Ricky Soler. Point for the Colonials, and it is 11-9.
Back to that 2-point lead. We just can't shake them here.
They have another nice jumper, another bad pass. This time it's back, again it's played up, and it's blocked. And the setter tries to hit it, it's blocked again. Robinson sets a pipe set. That's blocked, 3 blocks, and you're out.
Great job of the blockers getting back and finding that ball. Gislin with the big block to finish that play off.
And Ryan Perrott put in his long floater. It's down the line. Nice play, nice pass. Set outside. Double block, roll shot. It's played up. Back set to the Hector. And he misses it.
Pretty good set by Chris. Good choice of a set, too, because Ricardo was the outside hitter. He made the diving play out there to get the ball up.
And he's not going to hit on his belly, I'm taking it.
No, there's nobody outside on the left side to hit, so you have to go middle or back row. Pretty good set to Hector. He's got to hit that ball in.
Only one blocker on him, too. Here we go. We'll see how they react to this situation here. Don still enjoy their 2-point lead. The jumper down the line. It is out of bounds. Close one, however.
And serving 11-9, number 10, Chris Gislin.
Gislin back to serve for the Dons. Going to put up his jumper.
He's got to have some aces here coming up pretty quick. There's that tip. Handled well, and they run into each other. Hector's getting in the way of our setter. Usually you'd hear some words from Coach Ball on that. What would Coach Ball say?
You got to realize when that setter's in the front row and be ready.
There we go, and that's out to Javi. He's got to roll it, and there's the campfire defense on the other side of the court.
Everybody waiting for somebody to call mine and nobody going to get it.
The old donut defense. Big old hole in the middle. Ricky with a deep floater. Handled well, it's outside, tight set, and that is blocked before the attacker can even get to it. That's how tight that set was.
Great job of Javi of recognizing that tight set and getting all over it.
We've got a timeout here, second timeout called by the Colonials. So we will be back after these messages.
Don't miss your chance to win 2 tickets to anywhere.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, or work it, or play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
Welcome back to the IPFW Mastodon. This is Tim Heffron along with Colin Leiter calling the action in tonight's match here. It's 12-9 as we come out of the second timeout for Southampton College.
The Colonials are putting up a good fight right now. Dons can't shake them, can't build more than a 3-point lead.
Colonials seem to come up with that spread offense where they're trying to get their middle hitter to be about 10 feet away from the setter and having a back side hitter go with a combination play, spreading out that middle block of IPFW, trying to isolate the one-on-one. Works so far so well. There's a nice high middle set.
You can see why Robinson leads this team. We had a double block up that time, and he still went over the top of them.
Yeah, that's really almost a 1.5 ball because he can jump so well. Unlike that play, that ball's still in play. Even though it was heading over the Dons, it hit the speakers up there, came back, and that ball sent long off the block. Off the block, Araboman, our top official, will call that one a touch.
Yeah. Called a touch, side out to the Dons.
You can see the difference in philosophy of quick offense, where the Dons' quick offense is much faster, taking it right out of the setter's hand, where there's kind of a 1.5 type offense to the middle hitters on the other side. Brian Harris enters the game here.
He's the super sub. He comes in, plays back row for one rotation.
Serving specialist, takes them out of their offense as he normally does. That ball is a nice hit down the line. Very nice hit by Southampton.
Brian Harris got caught a little deep on that one. Didn't realize the hitter could hit it down that sharp.
And here we go with a nice set. There's the green set. Call it, pound it, take it, bag it, and tag it. Javier Escobar.
And that play works. It's great to see.
Gripping and ripping. Here we go. Javi with a deep floater. Outside, that ball is close, but it is out of bounds off the block. As that ball will knock over my pop. Unfortunately. There's a nice hit by the Dons.
Good job of Hector of going over the block.
Whips that one.
Hector gets the serve now. Great play by Harris to keep that ball alive.
And here we go. Another nice middle set, but it's held up by Hector. He's going to get the ball. It's off the block, out of bounds. Big point for the Dons.
Point to the Dons.
Great job of the Dons. Great hustle, great defense. Brian Harris comes in, shows why he's a back row specialist, makes a great dig.
That ball's handled with the hands. It's good. It's legal. That ball's out of bounds, however. Point for the Dons. They're up 14-9. Game point. Fans move to their feet.
Dons building their biggest lead.
And there's the back set. Handled off the block. It hit the antenna without hitting the block first. So that's a point for the Dons. Game number 1 goes to the Dons. They will change sides of the court. While they do that, we will come back after these messages.
Team spirit is alive and well at IPFW. That's because IPFW has established itself as an athletic power, not only regionally, but nationally. With 11 major sports, IPFW offers talented student athletes great opportunities. Success and support of IPFW athletics comes solely from the fans, students, faculty, alumni, and the prestigious Royal Dons Club. The Royal Dons Athletic Club has over 500 members who financially support IPFW athletics, enabling the university to provide scholarships to deserving athletes. Members will receive one or all of the following: season passes to all sporting events, special seating, hospitality room, plus Royal Dons apparel and gifts. Be a part of the winning tradition. Join the Royal Dons Club. We need your support. Call IPFW Athletics. Get into the team spirit.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out and exercise. But the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Tell them what they want.
Hi, I'm Edward James Olmos. On the streets of Fort Wayne, there's a battle going on. It's about kids fighting kids and families fighting families. Our youth are struggling to survive. Without positive alternatives to gangs, drugs, and violence, many will end up incarcerated or dead. You can make a difference by supporting the Multicultural Youth Advisory on Gangs and its programs. They provide alternatives for youth. Together we can stop the violence and increase the peace. To learn how you can make a difference in the lives of youth, please call.
Welcome back to IPFW Mastodon as the Harris Elementary cheerleaders are off the court now. And IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by the Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance.
Well, looking at the stats from that first game, both teams took about the same swings for the game. 51 for Southampton, and 49 for the Dons, but we had 26 kills, they had 17, and
that's the difference in the game, I think, so far, because serving's identical, blocking's identical, digging's identical, just a few more set assists, almost twice as many, 14 to 24, and that would be the difference of the 5 points in the game. As we are setting up for the next game, Tom Pingle checking the lineups at this point. Dons are 3-1 against ranked teams so far this year, Colin.
And Southampton is 0-2, so
hopefully 0-3 after tonight.
That's right. Dons finished that game with a good flurry. Couldn't shake them by more than 2 points until the very end.
Avi with the jump floater to start the second game. Outside to Robinson, it is lifted. That was a lift by Ryan Perrott. So we'll get a side out.
Ryan didn't get his hands over. He went for the fake of the middle and couldn't get out to the outside.
Nice short floater. Ricky out of the back row. He struggled. He's negative hitting percentage, but he'll get some help from the line judge there as they'll call a touch for a kill to make him back to even. He's back square at 0 hitting percentage instead of negative a bunch. Hector with the floater. And that set is too low, as that 31 was set below the net, and that's not good for Robinson since he's way above the net.
He's had some spectacular kills, but he's also had a lot of errors.
They go back to the 31 again. This time they set it high enough, and shocker, it's a kill.
And serve moves number 13 in the Colonials.
Got to move your feet first on the block. Can't jump and float out there.
That's a deep one, and it's handled well. It's outside to Ricky. Let's see if he gets another one. He does. He's shooting for hands tonight.
Ricky had a lot of swings last weekend.
We're going to have to call him Mr. Black & Decker as he's tooling everybody here. There's a pass. It's back set, and he's off balance. It's handled well. He wants it again, but it's going to Ricky. Off the hands again, but it's played up this time. That's set outside. Double block up. Ryan, off of Ryan. I think that was off the block. I think he really had to go for that ball.
That's right. He realized it was a touch on the block and not taking any chances. He had to try to go for it. Got his hands up a little slow.
So if there's anybody on the Don side who's going to stick their nose in on defense, it's Ryan Perrott. And there is a not so good roll shot that hit the 1 foot line. Unfortunately, it never made it over the net, which is the critical factor, I believe.
That definitely helps when you're trying to hit the ball.
So they'll help us out with a missed serve. 1-1 our score. Ricky may just be trying to do too much with what he's got so far.
He doesn't look like he's all that healthy tonight. Not like he was last week.
Yeah, that was the a performance of a lifetime last week, Colin. He had 50 kills. And any time you have 50 kills, that's unheard of.
That's a lot of swings. One short of the school record.
Set by Hector last year against Parkside, or no, Milwaukee, I bet. 50 kills, that's unheard of. And that ball will be in the middle of the net.
Dons go back to regroup here. Got to start off with a good pass.
And that ball's long. So it's kind of which team's going to pull out of it here first. Jabbing away at each other again. Nobody delivering a knockout punch.
This one's inbounds.
There's a nice back set, but it's blocked. It's played up. It's still good. Not anymore. Don's keyed in on Robinson that time. Got a nice double block up on his D set.
Great job of Mike Cummings in penetrating the net with his hands. Taking away that angle.
And here we go. There's a quick set. It's played up. It's up. It's up. It's still good. It's way up there. It's a power block. Joust at the net. Javier Escobar, all 5-10 of them, rips on the big guys.
Great job. We've seen that a lot.
And that's just a lot of fun to see that kind of thing. It's 4-1, and Long Island takes their first time out. We will be back after these messages.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat, archaeologists believe, is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
Welcome back to our telecast. IPFW heads men's volleyball coach Ernie Ball, along with his assistant coach Mark Franke, review recent activities and highlights each Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m. on Channel 6. Tune in to keep up with the team, meet the players, and find out what's ahead for the team. That's Thursday at 10:30 p.m. right here on College Access Cable Channel 6. We're back. Eric Beaumont serves, signals the serve. Ricky does the serve. It's a nice one. Outside. That ball is way wide. Point Dons. 5-1. They're looking to deliver an early knockout punch in this one.
They built some momentum at the end of that first game, and they're continuing on. Substitution coming in for the Colonials.
He struggled. Wells looking good early, but struggled with his timing lately. They'll take him out, give him a breather, see if he can come back. Well, there's a nice short serve. And that ball's hit in. Nice back row attack, however.
Great job by Robinson, going over a double block of.
You know, it's a good short serve when the serve lands inside the 10-foot line. If you ever see that, you know that the server's done their job in trying to take the other team out of their offense. 5-1 our score. They whip up the jumper. It's a nice one. It's over. It's handled. It's outside. That ball's off the block, played up, however, and they're in system. He tips it. It's handled. Chris gets it up. Nobody wants to hit it. Ryan and Hector looking at each other, and Ryan tries to dig it. That ball should have been hit by Ryan, as it was definitely kind of a back row attack, landing at about the 10-foot line, but I think he was looking for Hector.
Coach Sheehan was over here yelling, front row setter. She knew that tip was coming.
And there's a not-so-good pass. That'll be an ace. Getting them back into the game. It's 5-3, just like that. The momentum shifts. And anybody who knows volleyball has seen momentum shift.
Ryan Perrott, not usually a passer, but he steps in.
There's an auto rotation with 7 and 13. As Hector is the front row left front and Ryan is left back, so that means Hector's got to be in front of Ryan, and he wasn't. This time he is. Out to Hector. He rips it off the block. It's played up by Robinson, however. Out and tipped and down for the kill. 5-5. Our score.
Great hustle on the part of the Colonials over there. Robinson making that play off the top of the block, keeping the ball alive.
Here we go again. That serve is in the net this time, giving the Dons a much-needed side out.
Big momentum killers, that service error.
And there's a nice serve. Oh, what a beauty serve. And it's out of bounds, coming over here, trying to knock over my pop again. It doesn't work this time, however. Collins saves the day.
Mike Cummings with a good serve this week. Struggled last week.
No touch. Not even close. 7-5 as the Dons take back some momentum here, and it's rather a quick game here so far. Scoring points, not a lot of side outs. Another substitution for the Colonials.
Good job of Ryan Perrott being up on that block the last time. Took away the shot that the middle hitter wanted. Had to change his shot and hit around him.
So you hit the ball out, you get replaced. Ben Hill into the game. Works, they get the side out.
Great substitution by the Southampton coach there.
And the reason that is it's kind of a mini timeout. And that's a lot of times the reason why coaches use substitution, because they only have a couple timeouts. And in place of a timeout, they'll use a sub just to break the momentum.
Ben Hill into the lineup, hadn't served for a while, and it showed with that first one right in the net.
There's another nice serve by the Dons. They're way out of system on this one. Back row attack, it's a roll shot handled by Cummings, and middle tack. A little low on the set. Thank goodness the block wasn't there. Down by Perrott.
The Dons really run a quick one ball. That middle hitter's in the air when the set ball gets to the setter.
That ball's a tad long. Trying to do too much with it. 8-5 our score here. Dons have Ryan and Hector in the front row. Hector passes it. Ryan's up. He gets it. Cut back. It's handled. It's up. It's played up again. And this time, oh, that's over the net. Block set. Block set by Robinson. Point, or side out, I should say, to the Dons.
On the second hit, that ball cannot be attacked by the blocking team until it penetrates the plane of the net.
And there's a nice serve. It's a 31 out of bounds. They're aiming for the announcers tonight. It's rather obvious.
You'd think they could hear what we're saying about it.
And we're off again. Bad pass. That leaves an outside set. That ball is out of bounds. Touch off the block, however. I believe that went off of Ricky.
Yeah. Not denying it, so you know it really was a good call by down official Tom Pingle.
There's a nice sharp angle by Ryan Perrott. It's hung up, and that ball is out of bounds. They're all looking for a touch. It's not there. It could have been called a touch, however. It was very close.
Ryan Perrott saying no immediately, so I think we got the right call on that play.
Arnie's yelling at his team to block 2. I think that means block cross court. Blocking 1 means block down the line. Because all Long Island's doing right now is hitting cross court. And it's outside to Ricky off the block. Out of bounds, blocks in the net. What else can we toss on that one to make it the Dons' favor?
Ricky comes back with another big swing.
And there goes Chris Gislin with a nice shot down the line, and that causes all sorts of problems for Southampton. As they're out of system on that play, it'll cause them a point, and 10-5 our score at this point, and I believe we have another timeout. Their second timeout of the game.
Timeout to the Long Island University Colonials.
And so we shall return as Harris takes the floor after these messages. And volleyball coach Arnie Ball, along with assistant coach Mark Falky, review recent activities and highlights each Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m. on Channel 6. Tune in, keep up with the team, meet the players, and find out what's ahead for the team. That's Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m. right here on College Access Channel 6. Coming out of this timeout, Colin, what do you see?
Well, the Dons are starting to put up a good block right now. They're serving well. And they're taking Long Island out of their offense. They're making some bad choices on the sets. The hitters are late. They can't get the shots they want, so they're starting to make a lot of errors. Coach Franke's starting to figure out their offense a little bit.
Picking up the tendencies. They'll start to make educated guesses on the block. There's a nice one right there. And that causes the free ball. Here we go. Cummings with the pass. On target. Back to Cummings. Rips it off his shoulder. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Great job of Mike Cummings of passing that ball high enough so he can take his approach. A lot of younger players pass that ball low and then they can't take that approach to hit in the middle. Got to get it up there where you can be effective.
And Wells comes back into the game as a short respite. Comes through the back row, and that
makes the coach look pretty good when that happens.
Down for a side out.
Javier was the shorter of the three players in that exchange, but he got up the highest, put it down over the block.
There we go with Ricky with a nice deep floater. It's on target. That is a lift on the setter as he just kind of caught a little too much of that ball. Kind of tried to delay the offense.
I don't know whether his middle hitter was that late or he was just trying to change things up a little bit.
Usually a top official will let that go out of a setter, but that's a good call because it is abnormal. It's not his normal setting technique. That's a back row attack. Out of Robinson for a point, 13-5. We'll see a substitution. Chris Farmer, who's been sick for like the last 3 weeks, is into the match, and he's loving life.
It's great to see Chris in there. A couple weeks ago for the Clark match, big article in the paper about him, and then he was sick and he couldn't even dress for the match, so we couldn't brag about him then.
Ricky with a on-the-floor floater. There's a quick set, and guess what? Chris Farmer says, not this time, easy block. Point 14 for the Dons. Game point.
That's the way to come in, make an impact when you're a substitute.
There's a nice short serve. It's handled well, however, out of the back rows. Robinson, it's blocked. It's still alive. It's outside this time. Easy double block. Farmer's got that one too. He's everywhere. Oh, what an awesome diving dig by Soler, and out to Hector McHugh. Point time. 15-5. Game 2 for the Dons.
Great job of the Dons. Dominating the net in that play. Blocking the ball back, playing the ball up, and running the offense off the transition.
Well, that's the way you finish out a game, and after we finish out like that, we like to take a break for these messages.
Check it out!
The campus has it all.
Learn it, work it, play it, just do it. It's a cool place. Call now! Go to work, go to school, go ahead.
Your parents are always bugging you to get out of the house and get some exercise. But you've got your own way of doing things. You're your own person. You don't need to follow the crowd or the rules. And the last people you want to be like are your parents.
Johnny, tell them what they want.
Michael Jordan, UNCF, take one.
We're here to tell you about the College Fund. It was set up to help deserving kids get a chance to be what they want to be. Are there any future doctors in the house?
Yeah!
Any scientists?
Yeah!
What about teachers?
Yeah!
All right, now who's going to play professional basketball? Come on. It's a good job. Please join me and support the College Fund. Your mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Yeah!
Let's use this piñata to show why kids under 12 don't belong in the front seat.
Hey, that piñata looks like me.
Really? I hadn't noticed. Hey, look, Vince. Candy.
Yeah, all jawbreakers.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your kids in the back seat.
You are 100% unadulterated energy. You have no choice but movement. Call your local chapter for
Algebra.
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 If no one's explained how algebra, geometry, and calculus can improve your future, demand that you be told. Call NACME. We'll tell you.
Talk about unusual. How often do you see transparent televisions?
Americans have more money to spend on leisure activities than ever before.
When possible, children should trick or treat during daylight hours and be accompanied by at least one adult.
A boat, archaeologists believe, is from the time Jesus and his disciples fished on the Galilee.
For best results, fertilize your lawn when it is actively growing.
Many people suffer from allergies. Few understand them.
Welcome back to this evening's broadcast. This is Tim Hafford along with Colin Leiter. IPFW Men's Volleyball on Channel 6 is brought to you in part by Fujifilm USA, by the Chestnut Group Incorporated, and by Farm Bureau Insurance. Colin, what did you see in that second game?
The IPFW defense really took over in that game. We only had 13 attacks that game, but we dominated. We blocked the ball, we played defense. Both teams had the same number of kills, but with our good serving and our big block up there, we forced them into 10 hitting errors, and that was the big difference. When you're serving and you get a hitting error by the opposing team, that's a point, and that's a great way to win a match.
And we're checking the lineups on the floor right now as we're about ready to serve. Schwartz for Southampton will be the first server of the third game. 2-0 in games in favor of the Dons. Down the line, serve, it's handled well, off the block, You can't call that lift. I just don't think that's a lift in today's rules. It's a misplay, but it's certainly not a lift anymore. However, it is called lift by the first referee. Side out for the Dons. Hector Soto with a nice serve. It's handled well. X-play, 3 blockers up for the Dons. They block it. Continue to play. Nice pass by the Hobbs. Back row, kill, Hector Soto.
See the big difference in the level of play right there. When IPFW runs the X-play, they get no blockers up. We had 3 blockers up on their X-play.
And that serve is too low. It nicks the net. Side out. Colonials. Oh, there's that nice red play, or that green play, I should say. And oh, nice dig, but it's out of bounds by Hector. That was a nice play by the Dons. Things didn't work out, but at least we're still in system.
I don't know what was wrong with the set, but I thought Ryan should have hit that first one.
And that serve is just a little long. That'll be a side out. 1-1 our score. Ryan serves down line. We're really working that line serve receiver as they run a nice middle attack with Robinson. He gets an easy kill.
Robinson goes up on that one ball and just hangs there, sees where the block is and goes around it. He's pretty effective when he gets a good set.
And here we go with a nice pass. There's a middle attack. It certainly looks like the blockers for Southampton are not following our quick hitters to the gaps of the zones. Really, they're not taking a step with our middle hitters as they approach our setter, and so anything that's in between the gaps is going to score for the Dons tonight. Hector coming out of the back though, he hits it off the block. It's played up, and they're going to call a lift again. I just don't think that's a lift in today's game. Shouldn't be called one. They're not going to call it internationally, and those are the rules that we're playing by. That ball is in. Handled. It's in the net is the setter, so that'll be a point. 3-1 the Dons start to take the momentum here.
Pretty good pass, but a little too tight for the Long Island setter to handle.
Southampton trying to calm things down here as Gislin misses his serve.
We see Robinson go back to serve for the Colonials.
And there goes Robinson. He works his jumper. It's on target. However, there's that cross play we're talking about. Easy kill for Ricky Soler.
Middle hitter read that pretty well, but the left side hitter had gone up to try to help in the middle and couldn't get back up to stop that play.
Chris Farmer enters the match for Ryan Perrott. Ryan has done a great job for the Dons tonight. Going to see some more action, well-earned action by Chris Farmer. That ball's a little long, but Mike Cummings is in the net. So that'll be a side out. Great story on Chris Farmer. What is it, Colin?
Oh, was it before last season, he was diagnosed with a hole in his heart. And
caused him to go somewhat numb and almost stroke-ish.
Rushed to the hospital on the verge of death. Had to have heart surgery. Missed the entire season last year. Came back and he's 100% now, and he's ready to have a good season.
That's just an amazing story how you can go from almost death to back to 100% and being able to participate in high-level athletics. Tremendous strain on the heart, as you all may know.
Javier did not reach into the block that time, and they found a hole in the block.
And we have a stray ball coming out onto the court, so that'll cause a replay. John's hanging on right now. It's 3-2.
See if we can get a good pass and run the offense here.
And that ball has to be set outside because of the pass, but it just doesn't matter. as Hector Soto goes over everyone and down.
It's not too bad when the pass is off the net when you got a hitter like that.
That one's a tad long. The Dons are struggling with their serving here as of late. They were on it the first two games, and right now they're just kind of giving a lot of second opportunities to the Colonials. As that ball is tipped, it's played up. It's some kind of a weird hit had to happen there, just out of system, trying to make something that wasn't there into the net. Side out Dons.
May have been a bad choice on the part of the Colonial setter. Robinson played that ball up, did not get back to take a good approach.
That ball's handled, and the official swallows his whistle that time. I don't know what the difference is between that and the other ones. That's why you got to be consistent, so you just let them all go nowadays.
Yeah.
I think it just happened too fast. He wasn't expecting it, and by the time it got done, he couldn't call it at that point.
But they turn it back over to us with a service error. We'll take it, and let's see if we can take advantage of it. Chris Farmer back for his first serve of the night.
That ball's a little long. It causes a out-of-system pass. However, Robinson is way up over the double block.
The IPFW blocked a little early that time. Got to realize that he's a big jumper, and you got to wait before you go up.
And off and running here again, as that's a nice pass. And guess what? Middle hit. It's played up. There's a nice block. It's played up again, and back row attack this time. Down the line, Hector handles it well. Back to Hector. He smokes it off the block out of bounds. Into the stand.
Nice dig by Hector. We had all three options available. Went right back to him for the kill.
And there's a nice jumper by Gislin. Oh, that ball is just off the block out of bounds. That was a tight set.
Great job of Ricky at timing that block that time. Went up and just couldn't quite turn it back in.
He turns that in. That's a Papinga type of block. They'll get a reserve on that toss.
Must have looked up into a light. Didn't like his toss.
He better hit it this time or it'll be a side out. He does hit it. It's in. It's well played. There's the quick attack, and that ball never made it over the net. Bad set. 3-3 our score. Pretty good pass again. A not so good serve into the net. Neither team really taking control of their opportunities at this point, Colin.
IPFW is starting to coast a little bit. They realize they've got the two-game lead. They're not playing with the same intensity they had last game.
There's a nice middle attack, but a great dig. It's in play again as Robinson out of the back row. It's blocked, but out of bounds. Not turned in. Robinson saving the day right now for Southampton.
Great job of the IPFW ping pong defense there, getting that keeping that ball alive. Went off two players real quick and right back into play.
And they whip another jumper down the line. It's out of bounds, however.
That'll bring up number 11 for the Dons.
Substitution, number 13, Nelms in for the very reliable Lukenbach. Coming out.
Chad's been doing most of the passing there. They've been picking on him, but he's been passing pretty well.
And there's handled well. No middle attack, however. That'll be a free ball for the Dons. They run that second option. We've seen it before. We'll see it again. Causes the free ball to come back over onto the Dons side. Javi handles it. Green set. It's down. No block. Middle of the court.
Great job. The IPFW offense mixing it up back there. Javier got set both times. Two different sets, though.
Causing disarray in the block to happen. They handle that one. It's outside one-on-one. Over Javi. Out of bounds. They're asking for a touch. I don't think they're going to get it.
Javier's a good jumper, but he can't get up that high. See if Mike Cummings can get another serve in here.
He does. Beautiful serve. It's an overpass. Farmer gets roofed by the setter.
Got to remember when that setter's in the front row, Setters love to block the big middle hitter on those overpasses.
And that's what you get when you hit an overpass straight ahead. That's where the blocker will be. You got to hit an angle. There's a misplay by Robinson, and they just have to keep it alive. Oh, what a nice hit by Robinson. Back row Ricky, he sails it. Wall ball. I'd say that's 3 bricks.
Yeah, it was only 2. Only 2 brick on that shot.
2 brick shot by Soler.
He got all of that one, just didn't hit it down.
Oh, there's a nice serve, but it touches the net.
See if we can build some momentum here. We got some players that warmed up between games for IPFW. They want to see a little action here.
Javi with a weak effort. He's kind of ashamed about that one, covers his face. Says, my bad. They'll serve down the line. Nice serve, takes the IPFW out of their offense. There's a tip shot, it's played up, it's blocked, it's jousted. Dons have it, it's back to the Hector, and it's off the block. Javi handles it. Back out to Hector. He rips it into the corner. They call it out of bounds.
Just a little long. Good job of Hector getting up there and keeping swinging at the ball. Excellent coverage by the Dons.
That'll be 5-5 is the score here. There's the pineapple. We've seen it before. It's in the corner.
Shot first made popular by Loy Ball.
Up and over the defense into the corner. That'll keep you on your heels for the next setter dump. And they handle it. They tip it. It's picked up by Hector. It's a misplay. It's a free. No, they hit it on the back row. Chris Kislin tries to do it again, but it's played up again. He took 2 pineapples. Will not cut it this time. And a nice dig by Ricky. He gets it back. Ricky tries through the world and doesn't get it. Pulls it down into the middle of the net.
Great defense, both sides of the court. Ricky just couldn't finish it on that play.
And here we go, another toss. He serves it in. Nice serve. Green set off of the defender. Also a net by the blocker. Take your pick. It's a side out for the Dons.
Chris Farmer got up, was ready. Pretty tight set, made a great hit out of it.
And there goes Farmer with a nice floater deep in. Oh, and he kind of grabs that one and throws it down. That looks like more of a throw than those other digs they're doing, but what do we know?
They're playing by international rules, and that's what they're playing like.
And that ball is in. Kind of a miss-hit serve that ends up dropping in there, catching the Dons by surprise as Southampton has taken their first lead of the match at 6-5. There's Cummings up early, swinging hard, scoring deep into the corner.
Coming back, give up an ace and come back with a good pass, run that middle and execute that kill.
Dons are kind of going into a sleeper right now. They serve it down the line. They'll get a good block up, and Hector makes the dig. It's going to Hector out of the back row. He jumps and hits it down. Nice kill by Hector, pulling it across his body.
He's got so many angles he can hit when you jump that high and that well from the back row.
Oh, there's a nice set. Beautiful back set, but it's hit out by Robinson.
Robinson's a flashy player, but we saw, taking a look at his stats, he gets almost as many errors as he does kills.
Dons take the lead at 7-6 on that play, and they hit it out just to make sure it stays even here. Don't want to get too much of a lead at this point. There they go, Robinson. Nice serve, back to Cummings, off the block, played up. It's going to be a free ball. There it comes. Farmer handles it. Outside to Javi, rolls it. It is not good. Played up, tight position. And net by Cummings again on another long attack. What can he be thinking at this point?
Got to look at that hitter a little more. He didn't have a good approach. Got to stay down, let the defense play it up, get a free ball out of it.
Cummings, or I should say Gislin out of the back row off that jumper. Oh, what a nice set and nice hit down the line.
That looked like the Ricky we saw last week.
It was all over that attack. He goes back to serve. On the floor with the floater. Handled badly.
Tight set.
Joust. Javi handles him again. We call it the weight room. Javi doesn't pass that one well, though. And Hector over the block and down. Kill for the Dons. Point for the Dons. Lead for the Dons. 8-7.
Javier showing all that extra work in the weight room, paying off on those tight jousts.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker, doesn't he? Pineapple attempt. Javi takes the free one, rips it. Block, it's played up. It's played by Gislin. Farmer miss it. It's still alive. Center dump. Up and over. We got a picnic game going here. Back row. Robinson over the block. Gislin with an awesome dig. Ricky to Javi on an impossible angle. He kills the ball.
Great job. Great hit. That's a really tough set to have the ball coming over your left shoulder like that, having to hit it almost a 90-degree angle across the net.
Wow, what a play by the Dons. The fans really appreciate that rally. Nice play as he grabs and tosses it down.
Mike Cummings that time went up to try to help on the front row setter. That's not his responsibility, that's Hector's. He's got to stay with his hitter.
Down the line serve, it's a tough one. It is Javi out in the middle. You won't see that often.
Cross up the defense a little bit, run a different middle hitter.
And into the game comes Brian Harris, our serving specialist.
Brian Harris.
There, I think Southampton may have been concerned about that green set.
Oh, there's a nice one. Middle. It's played. Oh, what a block by Farmer. They can't handle it. Point by the Dons, 10-7. And we've got a timeout by Southampton, their first one of the game, and we will be right back for more MIVA volleyball action right after this.
Since you graduated from college, we haven't seen too much of you.
We know you've been very busy climbing the ladder of success.
We've been watching you on your way up.
And we've enjoyed seeing you put your degree to work.
Now, how about sharing your time with us?
Your expertise would come in handy, too.
You can reconnect with your alma mater through your alumni association.
It's time for you to come back to your campus.
Call your alumni office today.
Welcome back to the IPFW Mastodons. This is Tim Effenlaw with Colin Leiter calling the action for you tonight. And what do you see at this point, Colin?
Well, the Dons are starting to take momentum here at the end of this, or the middle of this game here. It was a close struggle from the beginning, but now they're starting to pull away with a little momentum here. Couple big points.
Harris has really helped out here. He's our defensive specialist and really comes up with some nice serves. Let's see if I can't jinx him here. No, he handles it. That's a beautiful one again. It's tipped. It's played up by Soler. It's outside to Hector. See ya. Off the shoulder in play. Again to Javi on the green set. Down the line for the kill. Kaboom.
Blockers inside trying to help on the middle. Could not get out there to defend that.
Javi's really punching him through today. We might as well call him the Crater Kid as he's putting holes in the floor everywhere. That ball sent out of bounds.
The ball broke the plane of the net, so Hector went up, tried to block it. Blocked it right back into the middle hitter who launched it. Join us again tomorrow evening, February 28th at 7:30 for our next telecast of IPFW men's volleyball, when Channel 6 will televise live the match between the Ball State Cardinals and the IPFW Mastodons. That's tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. right here on College Access Channel 6.
And we're back to the action. Quick back set. It's played up by Gislin, and a little shot over the net by the Dons. Back row to Robinson. He's up and over. Soler will have none of it. He digs him. What else you got? Outside, big block by the Hogs.
Javier finishes that play with a straight down block.
13-7, another mini timeout substitution type of action here by Southampton.
great digs in the back row in that last exchange by Ricardo Soler. Robinson put some heat behind it, but Ricky kept the ball in play.
Nice serve there in system. Robinson again off the block this time. Unable to be handled by the Dons.
Ricky had him zeroed in, but that deflection off the block caused just enough for him to miss it.
Here we go. Hector with a nice pass, and Farmer on the 31 inside cross. Inside cross, it's down. It's also a net violation to Hector, and that'll be a side out. 13-7, we've got a substitution. Justin Luna in for the Hogs.
Javier played a great game. He deserves that ovation.
And we've got another substitution now for Southampton. Number 7, Mila Katz is in. Justin with his jump serve, it's in, hard to handle, it's out in the pipe position, tip. Ricky, outside to Hector, down the line, it's played in by Robinson, oh what a dig, kill. That's that bump offense you want to work on, that's a tough one to perfect, but Robinson's got it down.
Yeah, not many defenses designed to stop that play.
Hector's going to see it again. No, it's back to Justin out of the back row. It's off the block out of bounds.
Justin Luna with his name on the stat page now.
He's hitting 1,000%. You always like to see that, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he hit 1,000% in the match last night. And that ball is in, out to Robinson. It's tied off the hands of Chris Gislin. Out of bounds. Nice shot.
A little slow getting out there, kind of floated. Got tooled on the block.
Jump serve, Long Island. Hector handles it well. Green set, there it is, tipped down the line. Played up, knuckled everywhere and here and there. Gislin takes it, he'll go out to Ricky on the swing option. It's over and tipped. Harris with the dig, one-handed set. Out of bounds, what a play, Don.
Great job, Brian Harris and Justin Luna back there making some scrambling defensive plays, keeping that ball alive.
One-handed set by Chris Gislin out to Ricky, who rails it off the block out of bounds. You won't see a lot of that. Not many setters can make a one-handed outside set in the game today. We're back to the action. That's off the block. It's played up. Luna with another save. The Dons give him the free ball. Just misses the speakers. It's in. It's on. Back to Robinson. He pounds the ball down for the kill. Side out.
That's one of the disadvantages of giving these Colonials a free ball that they can handle. You got to stop Robinson then on a free ball offense.
Dons are very scrappy this year with their defense. They're bringing up a lot that they wouldn't normally otherwise. Hector gets another block.
Kevin Nelms with a big one-on-one block with the All-American Soto.
Hector seems to do better against a double block than a single block. And he can see that single block and says, I can sizzle the pits on that. And the blocker reaches in and stuffs him. And when he's got the double block, I think he's a little more careful. Gislin to serve, 13-8 in favor of the Dons. Trying to close this one out. He tries to go for everything, he'll get nothing. Side out.
And that'll bring up Colonials number 11.
Robinson back to serve. He rips a nice one. Justin has trouble with it. It's out to Justin. He'll have to roll that one. He does. Nice pass. They run outside with it. Ricky with the big block. Showed him outside. Dives in. Stuff block.
Showed him the hole in the block. The hitter tried to hit it. He reached right in and blocked it straight down.
As Ricky serves short, just can't get it over. 13-8, still the score.
2 service errors in a row. Got to get the ball back and finish this match out.
And here we go with Hector with another nice pass. He's on target tonight. There's a 31 to Mike Cummings. It's a kill off the digger.
Great job of the IPFW middles this week. They've been alive in the action. Getting some big kills out of the middle.
And that ball is off the passer for a ace serve by Mike Cummings. 14-8. The fans get on their feet as we have game and match points coming up.
See if Mike can get another good floater in here.
And he does. Hits it. Handled well. Guess who, Robinson? Over the block, out of bounds. Game, set, match. Dons win another nice match. That's their 7th in a row. Great match by the Dons. What did you see tonight here, Colin?
I think it was a good tune-up match for the Dons. They're trying to get some momentum to build into tomorrow night's match against Ball State. Getting Hector back in the match after battling the flu the last week and a half to 2 weeks. Got to see some good action. IPFW got their middle hitters involved in the game this week. That was something we didn't see last week, so that was a good sign of things to come for tomorrow night.
All right, we'd like to take this time to thank Channel 6 crew, the IPFW athletics staff, the city of Fort Wayne, and Comcast Cablevision for their contributions to this Channel 6 sports telecast. Special thanks to Pizza Hut at Canterbury for their special support in bringing you tonight's telecast of IPFW men's volleyball. And we'd like to remind you to join us again tomorrow evening at 7:30 for our next telecast of IPFW men's volleyball, when Channel 6 will televise the live match between the Ball State Cardinals and the IPFW Mastodons. That's 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night, right here on College Access Channel 6. The telecast of this IPFW sports event is copyrighted and the sole property of the College Cable Access Center and IPFW. Unauthorized duplication, exhibition, retransmission, rebroadcast, or other use of this event without express written consent is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed our telecast of IPFW sports and hope you'll join us tomorrow evening for more exciting Mastodon action again in the future. We're always glad to have your comments and suggestions, so give us a call at 481-6000 or drop us a card. Our address is Channel 6 at IPFW 2101 East Coliseum Boulevard, Fort Wayne, Indiana 46805, 1499. Thanks again for joining us this evening. For Colin Leiter, this is Tim Heffron saying goodbye for now.